What's up, Thailand? The show that brings you know all about the real and unique Thailand and talk to guests who live in Thailand. I'm Nat, and today we are going to talk about life in COVID-19 situation with Tua, Todd, and Alex.
Like it's like wow, it was pretty close. I would have been, I don't know, on the cusp between Thailand and Vietnam the moment everybody started shutting their borders. It was very close.
Yeah, I remember there was some tension between Thailand and Vietnam. I'm in Thailand, and a lot of my Thai friends were afraid of going to Vietnam, and people from Vietnam were afraid of coming to Thailand. People kind of assumed that other people potentially had the virus. But then after a few weeks, it shifted from people in Asia having the virus to people in the Western countries having the virus.
Right.
Now it's like everyone is staying away from the Western. Yeah, it's totally reversed, like an Uno reverse card.
Wow. How does it make you feel, Alex?
I mean, I'm sure some people are a little hesitant about approaching me. I was in the taxi last week, and the taxi driver asked where I was from, and I was embarrassed to say the USA because as soon as I said that, he gave me some hand sanitizer.
Wow.
Which I understand. There's about 1 million confirmed cases in the USA, so it makes sense.
It does.
I would probably be afraid too.
Yeah, I know. What can you do? You're human, right? Like everyone's saying, oh, U.S. has, the biggest cases. Yeah, you stay away from the. But it's kind of like profiling. Yeah, you just kind of.
Yeah,
but
like there's some logic behind it.
Right. You take a mental shortcut, like, okay, so this must mean every foreigner is, carrying the gene, the corona gene. Okay.
Yeah, especially if I see someone that looks like they're from the West and they're not wearing a mask, I'm like, oh boy, I gotta take a few steps back.
Oh yeah, and like do you wear a mask?
They definitely have it. Is this gonna be a mask podcast?
The mask podcast.
Oh, nice.
One second.
I got my designer masks. I got my white one. This is my white one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's looking like. Don't worry, I got a mask. You're safe.
Okay, be safe.
Yeah, it's better to be safe.
Yeah.
Viruses. I've heard some viruses can go through computers, so you got to be careful.
You have to be careful with computer viruses.
Got to watch out for the 5G. That's what I've heard, but of course. But that's just a conspiracy. No, I don't believe that.
Only the foreigners on this podcast that have to wear them.
But I think I'll take it off so that you guys can hear me.
Okay, yeah. It's better, yeah.
Yeah. One thing I'm glad though is that I was able to get a haircut, and I was really hoping to.
That's good.
Yeah, that's nice.
They closed the barber shops for the whole month, so my hair was several inches past comfort.
And
mine's starting to get a little bushy.
Bushy, right?
Yeah, it's starting to slowly turn into an afro. We'll see.
Those might be coming back. Yeah, those might be.
I'm sure the quarantine cuts are going to be a new trend. Like people trying to cut their own hair in the bathroom. It's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that. I was waiting a long time for my buzz cut, which normally takes about 10 minutes, but there was a line for the haircuts, for sure. So you have to wait online to get seen. And this is also salons and barber shops, low key, and those other, fancy ones too. It's everywhere. So everyone wants a haircut here.
Yeah, I think tomorrow in Thailand they're gonna reopen all the salons, and you have to book in advance. And everything has to be scrubbed down afterwards. After someone gets a cut, they have to scrub everything down. They have to wear face masks and face shields.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's gonna be a weird cut. I hope they can see what they're doing when they cut my hair.
Yeah. Right. And
I hope their face shield doesn't get foggy.
You must take pictures of that. I need to see these pictures for myself.
Oh, they'll be on Facebook and Twitter. I guarantee it.
You must. You got to go all across the board with that one. I really got to see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day.
Well, Thailand, they've been really good. They're very organized, very clear cut. Their policies are very strong when cases increase. I think Thailand will quickly recover. Don't you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think so. They took a lot of measures to decrease the spread. They had an alcohol ban, which did they have one in Vietnam?
No, not that I'm aware.
Originally they had an alcohol ban for Songkran, the big summer holiday in Thailand. It's basically Christmas in Thailand. I mean, it's the biggest holiday of the year, and they decided that they needed to ban alcohol to prevent people from gathering. They also they told everyone they're postponing the holiday, so you still have to work instead of getting 5 days off. So some people were disappointed. They were really upset. But it seemed to have worked. I think it worked, whatever they did.
Wow, I've never.
But it was just I think it was 3 weeks, a 3-week ban on alcohol sales.
That was this year?
That was this month.
It was this month. Oh my God, Songkran.
Tomorrow. Songkran was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, boo, I missed it because of the quarantines. Oh.
Well, everyone missed it.
Everyone missed it. Oh my God,
we didn't celebrate this year. Yeah.
Oh, that is so sad.
Maybe they will have it later in the year. I don't know.
Oh, I hope so. That's like one of my favorite. Oh my God.
This is my first Songkran. Next year will definitely be better.
It's 2020 though. It's an even year. It should have happened this year.
I'll wait 2 years. I'll wait 10 years. It's going to be big.
Oh, we were supposed to kick off the 20s. So that's sad. Okay, I hope
the 20s have got a slow start, but I'm sure it'll pick up.
I really hope so. My goodness, yeah. Tua and Nat, what did you two do for the Songkran holiday? Did you have a water fight in your house or something?
No, just don't do anything in the Songkran festival. Yeah, I just pour the water on my parents. Yeah, just that's it.
Yeah,
I took a shower.
I
took a shower. I took 2 showers. I mean, it was a hot day.
Oh yeah, right.
Say a prayer. You're supposed to say the prayers of, I don't know. Where are you, Alex? In Thailand? Is it Bangkok or?
I'm in Bangkok. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, they have a great area where they, I guess near, where do they have the usual Songkran festivals? I honestly
think they have it at Siam.
Siam,
I think
right?
Siam and Khao San Road, I think.
Yeah,
is that right? Yeah. Silom,
Khao San Road, Siam.
Isn't there one
yeah.
That's what I
remember. Yeah, because most of the time when the Songkran come, I went back to my hometown. I didn't celebrate at the Khao San or Silom. Yeah. How long have you been in Thailand?
I've been in Thailand for about a year now. I think I came to Thailand in May last year. So I just missed Songkran last year. Yeah, I was in Norway, like the opposite of Thailand.
Yeah, that is pretty opposite.
It's not like Thailand in any way.
How
Or
is
you
it, how is different?
The weather is very, very cold. It's nothing like Bangkok. I mean, even the biggest cities in Norway are very small, and there's not many people, nothing to do, and the prices of the restaurants are very expensive.
How much is a
Yeah.
typical meal in
A
Thai
typical
baht?
in Thai baht, it would be
In
like
Norway.
at least 300 baht, and that would be for like McDonald's. And then something average would be 600 or more. So in Norway, I don't think people go out to eat very often.
That's like the reverse. Yeah, everyone goes out
Even
to
though
eat.
even though they have pretty good salaries, but I don't think they like to eat out very often. The host family that I stayed with told me it's not typical to go out to eat unless you have a celebration.
Yeah. And how about US? How often do you go to eat out?
Well, we eat a lot of fast food, that's for sure. I mean, I think most people go out to eat once or twice a week, and not fast food. But then with fast food, it's maybe, I think the average person eats fast food maybe 3 times every week.
And how about you, Todd?
Yeah, I agree with him for sure. Fast food 3 times a week. At least. It also depends too, like on whether you live in a big, city or if your family cooks or not. Some parents don't cook, but I think 3 is about right. Yeah.
I mean, I used to go to McDonald's every day for coffee. When I used to drive an hour away from work, I used to work at night, and I really needed some coffee to keep me awake. And McDonald's had a deal where it was about 30 baht for a coffee. And I thought it tasted pretty good if you add sugar and cream. It tastes pretty good. So I used to go to the drive-through almost every night and buy a coffee from McDonald's. So I think it's a habit. Like many Americans, they like to go to McDonald's or another restaurant for coffee or a snack, just a small bite to eat.
Yeah.
Some people don't go at all. Some people never go to fast food restaurants.
And how about Todd? How often do you eat out? Every day?
I never cook.
I can't. You don't have to. In Thailand, you don't have to.
No, I living in the small room and apartment. They're not allowed to cook. I can only boil mama. You know mama, right?
Yeah, like ramen. You can make ramen.
Yeah.
Thai noodle.
Sorry for it's better to buy from outside. Yeah. And Alex, I am curious about you living here for 1 year. What make you live here for 1 year? It's pretty long.
Well, I have to say that having a girlfriend is one of the reasons, but I also think it's a good place for me to stay while I'm studying, because I'm studying computer science, like programming. I'm studying online. So in the past, I was traveling around Europe and studying, and it was very hard to study when I'm traveling. So I decided to stay somewhere with good food, friendly people. The rent is not too expensive. And I decided to stay here for a while. And then I started working part-time. I started teaching. And then I got a visa, and I have a girlfriend. And I don't think I will go back to the US anytime soon. Maybe when COVID-19 is finished, maybe I will go see my family.
Yeah, it's very easy to build a life for yourself in Thailand, I think. You
Yeah.
know, just things come together in the country for people, many foreigners, you know. When I moved to Chiang Mai, it was so easy to make friends, to build a life, to network, to find a nice, affordable place while I was trying to get more stable from traveling as much as probably Alex was. So yeah, you know, in Thailand, many things can come together for people. There's an energy about the country, I think, that allows, you know, things to happen for people, projects to create, and friends to make, and business relationships to have. So, and there's a dynamic atmosphere too. So there's a sort of tension as to not knowing what could happen in the country that would make your life so much better. So I love that about this country, about Thailand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For me, anyway, that's my experience.
So,
You know,
have you ever met a culture shock in Thailand?
Have I ever had culture shock?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let me think about that one. Todd, do you have something? How long did you spend in Chiang Mai?
I was there for 2 years. 2 years, and I actually had never been to Thailand from when I got to Chiang Mai. So it was the thing that I first noticed about Chiang Mai was the wires that are hanging on the poles above the ground. So like in the US and in New Jersey where I grew up, the wires are underneath the street. So in Chiang Mai, they were all hanging, you know, like lots of wires.
Yeah.
You know, the weather too, Nat, it is also very warm, warmer than even the warmest state in the US, which I think might be Hawaii or Florida. But even Florida has, you know, some moments where you feel a chill of weather. But I mean, I entered Chiang Mai in maybe March, so it was really hot.
Right.
The first time, so that was pretty shocking. Probably the culture, though, weather.
Really, you never have a culture shock?
Well, I think, you know, people were very friendly, and I mean, they were always, you know, smiling, and I guess the way I grew up and the way I was raised is, you know, be careful who you talk to, watch out for strangers. If they're smiling at you, that might be they've got an ulterior motive. So, you know, in Thailand, sometimes a smile is, you know, just a smile. And people are just really friendly. So that took a little bit of getting used to. And also I had come from Korea at that time too. I went from Korea, and that's also a very different culture, you know. So it took the culture shock was for me might have been just being more interactive with people. It was great. It forced me to step out of my comfort zone, which I really needed to do at that time. For sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I got used to it.
Okay, yeah. So how about you, Alex?
I have to say I was very fortunate that I came to Thailand with my sister the first time, because my sister used to live in Thailand for about 6 months, and she was able to help me learn some basic Thai, and she could show me around Bangkok a little bit. So I didn't have any problems when I first came to Thailand. But I do have to say, when I first got out of the airport, I saw so many white cars, and I've never seen so many white cars in my life. In America, we have a lot of silver cars, a lot of black cars, not too many white cars, but here it's like, it's the default color. And that was I think that was the biggest shock that I had. Maybe seeing lizards everywhere and rain every day, because the first time I came here, it was in the rainy season. So but I haven't had any big culture shocks in Thailand. Just a lot of small culture shocks.
A lot of small.
Yeah.
For example.
Every day.
For example.
Well, one recent one, a very recent culture shock that I've had. A lot of people have cacti, the plural of cactus. So the cactus is very
I
popular.
have.
And I guess where I'm from in Chicago, a lot of people will plant something to eat or just like a flower or something. But here, I know so many people that they have a cactus or they have many cacti, and I never realized that it's such a widespread hobby. I just found that out this month that a lot of people have them.
Right?
I think Corona is a culture shock.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
No one knows how to change their habits. A lot of people are staying the same. I think in Thailand, I think people are changing their habits in Thailand a little bit, like they're doing some social distancing. But in the USA, I don't think many people are changing their lifestyle that much.
Because they stay at home, they can't do anything.
I think a lot of people are still driving. They're still going to their friend's house. I think a lot of people, they are not worried about the virus in the USA. But I think my family is trying to stay at home.
Do they still shake hands?
I think a lot of people have stopped shaking hands. Some people, they can't break the habit. So I think some people are still shaking hands, but I don't know because I'm not there. So, but some people, they don't believe that it's a big deal. They don't believe it's serious because the population is so large, 300 million, I think 360 million people in the USA. So right now, I think it's less than 1% of people that got the virus in the USA. So a lot of people are not too worried.
Oh, yeah. But I think in New York, it's very serious.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
So it depends on the state, right?
I think so. But there are some people in New York that they want to end the quarantine.
Oh.
Even in New York, there are people that want to go to a party or go to a restaurant.
Really?
I think Thailand has a lot of people that want to start working again because they need to eat, they need to pay their bills, pay their rent. So, but in the USA, some people are very noisy about it.
They protesters.
Yeah.
How about people in Vietnam?
Oh, honestly, I didn't go out. I've been in this apartment for a month, and I read a study somewhere that you go crazy after 3 weeks, but that can't be true because I was here for 5 weeks in this room. So I'm fine now.
Do you get delivery?
I do. That was the saving thing for me. Yeah.
Yeah. At least you get to see another person.
That's true. That was really helpful. They have an app here called Chop, CHOPP, and you can order food, groceries, and things like that. They also have Grab food. So yeah, it was really helpful. And I used to, whenever they came, I would also give them some hand sanitizer, thank them, and visit them with some hand sanitizer.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't go out now, and I honestly I didn't. I stayed mostly indoors, but I did go on YouTube, and I YouTube searched some scenery of the beach, and I lived vicariously through YouTube videos. So that was fun.
Yeah.
If you
Me
want to make
too.
it easier, you can actually have a virtual background.
Oh my God!
I'm at the beach right now.
How do you do that?
Hey,
Great.
I'm from South Thailand. Nice to meet you.
Oh.
I'm here at Krabi.
Oh my God, he's brilliant.
Anything
So,
else?
are you done?
Oh yeah. There's more.
Oh my God.
I'm traveling. Flights are very cheap right now. It's the perfect time to travel.
Wow.
I just want to spread awareness.
Quarantine? What quarantine?
Great.
There's the quarantine is down there, not up here.
Well, I mean, he's going across the borders now. It's pretty adventurous at this time. Wow. I have to find that later, Alex. Thank you for notifying me of this feature.
Yeah, it's called virtual backgrounds. If you want to look it up, virtual backgrounds.
Virtual. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
fun.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Basically, any video that you have, you can make it a virtual background. But it's better, or a picture. You can use a picture too, a picture or a video.
Oh my, that is incredible. I will have to.
I like to have a professional looking background sometimes. So
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I'm working right now. Working in my penthouse.
Yeah.
Do you want to try, Todd?
I have to. Yeah.
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah.
Video. Watch me. I'll be in outer space. That's where I want to go. Like
I think I have that one. Maybe I'll use it. We could all be in space next time.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Where's Elon Musk for this trip?
I think he just lost like $5 billion today or something. Because he wrote a tweet that he was surprised that his stocks were so high. He thought they were too high, and then after he tweeted that, they plummeted. He lost so much money.
Can you imagine that life? I mean, wow! Just one comment, one 100 character.
Like I felt so bad when 500 baht fell out of my pocket, but this guy just lost like $5 billion.
Oh.
That's
Ouch.
and it was from a tweet. It wasn't an accident. It was something that he did. So I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
Yeah, but that actually could also be construed as like really empowering too. Like maybe one tweet that you do, Alex, could give you lots of hundreds of thousands of dollars too. It could go the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot to lose, but I have a lot to gain. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
One tweet, that's all it takes. Just one tweet.
I'm getting on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say I'm really shocked that my company value is so low. And then to the moon.
A little reverse psychology, Try different strategies. I like it.
Find something that doesn't work and do the opposite.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You gotta do it. Yeah. I've noticed a lot of that working in life for many people, like everybody I know, pretty much. for
Mhm.
sure. Yeah, go the opposite direction. When everyone's going one direction, you go the other. Actually, that's what they were trying to do with the quarantines and COVID was something called herd immunity, where everybody is, in isolation, so that isolates the virus so that it can't, jump off. I'm trying to make a link to what we were saying before, but when everyone's doing one thing, you do another thing, and that makes you stand out. But I guess I was trying to use that as a point to.
I think you were trying to say that you should learn from other people's mistakes, and I think when people tried to do when the UK tried to do herd immunity, and then they learned it was a very dangerous idea. I think other countries learned not to do it.
Yeah, for sure. They learned that it was not the way to go. It's amazing though. All of the countries are talking to each other and coordinating, and there's surprising how global the world has become.
It's interesting because it's so globalized right now. Because a lot of people have each other's interests in mind because it affects the whole world. But it's interesting because I think, give me one moment. I'm trying to think of how I want to word this. What were you saying?
Which one? Who? Us? Me? Who?
No.
Alex, you think before you talk. I don't think before. I just let it come out. It's terrible.
No, I didn't think too much about where I was going with that. But
oh no, it's yeah. We were you were saying we're globalized and we're talking to each other, and you were saying there was something funny about how we all care about each other's welfare through all of this.
Oh yeah. Because after all of this, like in the aftermath, a lot of people don't want the world to be globalized because when there's so much trading and international flights, that makes it easier to spread the virus between different countries. So it's not a good position to be in, to have all these countries that rely on other countries. So Thailand is heavily impacted by tourism. Without tourism, it's very hard for the country to function. So a lot of countries are starting to realize they need to be independent. So if something like this happens again and we have to shut down all the flights, we can survive on our own. I think a lot of politicians are thinking about that. A lot of
I think the countries will begin to start thinking about this situation more seriously in terms of being more self-sufficient. It's been a wake-up call for many people, but it's also inspired a lot of people to work together and come to consensus and collaboration too. So it's really interesting to see how the dynamics of cultures and people play out, and where Thailand plays a role, which is that's my concluding note.
That's all for this week. Thanks for listening to What's Up Thailand. On next week, we will be talking about good virus. Bye. Have a nice day.